Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you here. I know I can talk all day. How many of you want to live younger? Yes, come on, let's see more hands go up. Yes, I want to live younger. So I'm going to try in 20 minutes to cover 20 years of breakthroughs in science and preventive health and wellness. So I'll leave a lot for questions afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pose the questions that my patients ask me to you, and then I'll attempt to answer them. I'll leave plenty of time afterwards, plus I will be at the booth, at the New Jersey Savvy Living booth. So first question is, how old are you? Do you know that your biological age could be very, very different from your chronological age, right? A lot of people have heard of Dr. Oz and the real age. Well, we all age at different rates. We reach our peak in our 20s, and then we start to decline in our mid-30s. And everyone in this room is going to age at different rates, and your body parts are going to age at different rates. So you're only as young as your oldest part. So, yeah. So I'm asking you, how old are you? Really? Which part is, what's declining? Is it your bones, your brain, your heart, your hormones, your muscles? Well, how do you know? What's really aging you? So one of the things that I get asked a lot of is, what is the aging process? How do we age? So if we knew how we aged, then we could try to reverse the process, no? Right? If you understand the process, you can interrupt the process at any point. We age just like anything in nature. We burn, we brown, and we rust, just like anything in nature. So these are actual metabolic processes in our body. So burning is inflammation, browning is glycation, and oxidation is rusting. Also, our nervous system and our hormonal system start to decline. So we have to be prepared. We have to be ready for this. So what is inflammation anyway? We know inflammation as dramatic. When we get trauma or infection, you get that redness, you get the swelling, you get the heat, you get the pain. But inflammation can happen at a very low grade level. It's anything with an itis, arthritis, gastritis, gingivitis. These can smolder and they rob you of your energy and of your vitality. And they're also the cause of many diseases, everything from allergies to Alzheimer's to asthma, cancer, autoimmune disease. The inflammation is the basis of that. How many of you know that heart disease is an inflammatory disease? None of you, right? We all think it's about cholesterol, but it's not about cholesterol. It's about cholesterol being oxidized and causing inflammation in your artery walls, and those arteries walls then form plaque and form clots, and the clots break off and go either to your brain or to your heart or to your kidneys, and they cause an infarct, a stroke, a heart attack, or other problems. So inflammation is very, very important to understand, and the good news is we can control it. Then there's glycation. Glycation is browning. So what happens when you put sugar on a ham and you put it in the oven, it comes out with this nice crust, right? Nice and brown. Well, that's great for if you're a ham, and it's great if you're gonna eat it, but our bodies are 98.6. So what happens with excess sugar in our bodies? Well, it will bind to the proteins in our bodies. So where it binds has a lot to do with your genetics, but if it binds the proteins in your brain, that can interrupt brain function and interfere with your thinking or with cell communication. We know glycation happens in the lenses of our eyes. That's what cataracts are. It's the sugar binding and glycating the protein in the lens of our eyes. So it's important to control. Would you think it's important to control the process of glycation? Okay, you're going to be scientists after all of this. Then there's oxidation. Oxidation occurs everywhere in nature. It's rust. You put your car out, you put something, and it gets exposed to the elements, and it rusts, anything that's metal. Well, oxidation occurs because it occurs when we breathe, when we eat, when we exercise. It's the byproduct of everything that our metabolism does. So we're creating what they call free radicals. And what do radicals do? They destroy everything in their sight. So they kill off your cells. These free radicals kill off our cells. So it's extremely important to control the process of oxidation. So oxidation, glycation, then there's hormones decline. Women know it much more readily than men. There are some very clear signals that you're going through perimenopause or menopause. But men have their neurohormonal declines as well. They go through what they call andropause, and the men explain it to me, I just don't feel myself. I'm starting to get a little bit of a belly. They start to grow breasts. They just don't have that oomph, or they call it their edge. So men suffer from this just as much as women do.